Hi everyone, it's Mary Alice here with Change Your Aim, Change Your Life. And what you're seeing is the path that I like to walk on a nice day that's right around the complex where I live. It's probably a little over a mile in total. And here I am. And this is better lighting, wouldn't you say? Whoa, I just walked in a ditch. Okay, this is probably day 9 of videos because I've done some other ones that some of you have not seen, so that's fine. But I want to continue our talk on thinking and how we can change our thinking for the better. So what I'm going to do is, since this is kind of, as I walk, it's kind of wobbly, I'm going to get into a spot where I can just stop for a second and talk and share, which is right up here, right up the way a little bit. But as you know, I said yesterday about our thoughts, and 60 to 70,000 thoughts bubble up through our subconscious every single day. And part of that, some of those thoughts, though, that we do have are conscious thoughts. I mean, we make lists, we think about our day, we make decisions, we have to make choices, and so many thoughts are from conscious thinking and our reasoning and our ability to actively, consciously make choices and to think. So I'll take these off. The other ones that I'm talking about, the ones that bubble up inside us all day long, depending on where we're coming from in our default mode, because you've heard me talk about our default mode before, which is developed in us in our early years. And for those of us who've had really difficult upbringings of abuse of any kind, or neglect, or some kind of trauma, we develop coping mechanisms because shame enters in. And it's not shame that we want or deserve, it just was like put on us. So we cope with that, and so we create these coping mechanisms. And for every child, there might be different ways of coping depending on how they're wired, so to speak, and what their personality is like. So over the years, we have, some people will develop ways of looking at the world by the way they were brought up and by the way those coping mechanisms were embedded. So we'll see the world through fear and danger. We'll see the world through cynicism and sarcasm. We'll see the world through anxiety. Everything makes us anxious. We're not trusting. We're very hard because fear does different things for us. Fear can either create such self-doubt in us that we're like, I just have to make everybody happy. We become people pleasers and codependent in order to think that's what we need to do to be liked. And we have no boundaries. And people squash us and use us or abuse us in other adult relationships or in workplaces or in friendships. Or the other extreme could happen where we develop being really hard and cynical. Maybe we become inappropriate with people, or maybe you become abusive in your reactions to people because you're overreacting about things that you don't need to. But again, you're seeing life and people and situations through this filter from the past. So when you have these bubbled up thoughts and feelings, whatever your default mode might be tuned into, you'll grab one and then hang on to it. You might not even be aware of what that thought is, but you'll grab it and like it's a thought that could just bubble away and go into the ethers, but instead you grab it and you'll attach it to certain circumstances or events or feelings or people, and negativity will begin to come up, or doubts or fears, and you're not even sure why, but you just think, well, this is just the world, this is the way life is, this is who I am. And no, it's not. It's not at all. It's like I said yesterday, we don't come into this world to grow up to be fearful and scared or mean and angry or ignore our feelings and just be all, left brain headed analytical people. There's a balance in life. There's always a balance. We're created to have balance, and God flows through that balance. And so this is the first thing I want you to do. We need to recognize where our thoughts come from. So this is step number 1, awareness. I want you to be aware. So just for today and tomorrow and maybe for the rest of your life, every day, stop and take note. Stop no matter what's going on, or if something especially anxious is going on, or something that's bothering you or troublesome, or stop. Just stop and think and breathe and go, what am I feeling? Why am I reacting this way? Why am I thinking this way? Where is that coming from? And is it true? Is it really true? So I want you to do that, and I want you to write it down. Even if it's one thing in the day, just write it down. If you have several, write them down. One other thing I'll share is Mark Waldman, who I call the Brainiac guy. He's a brain researcher and scientist, has written many books. I've been under his tutelage. I've been able to be in some of his conferences and talk to him personally. I've learned a lot from him. One thing that he shares that is really helpful is called a CRAP board, C-R-A-P, and it's an acronym, and I forget which each letter stands for. It's just slipping my mind. I know A is anxiety. Anyway, not important, but I'll figure that out. He says it's really important to get our crap out on paper or a board. So write down anything you feel negative, 1, 2, 3 word or full sentences, whatever you want to do to get it out. Put it on that crap board, because it's not only symbolic, but your brain and your subconscious knows that it's getting out of you. It's like separate from you. And you can even keep it handy. So when those things come up, you look at it and go, nope, you're over there. I don't need you anymore. You don't need to be in me. It's a symbolic way, and yet the subconscious responds to that too, positively. So this is the first step, awareness. So I want you to do that, okay? Okay, everybody. And then tomorrow, I'll go to step 2. Love you all. Have a great day.